Good. And I gotta turn the music down. Okay, what are we doing here? Okay. Okay, team. All right, let's see here. Let's see, my camera's right here, so I'm gonna be over here. Okay, all right, so everyone spread out a little bit, okay? Make sure you can see me, okay? So I'm gonna teach you all the sequence today, all right? This is an effort to help improve some of your technique, okay? And then that way you can do some stuff at home as well. You don't have to be here, okay? All right, so I'm gonna teach you something called a mix march, okay? It's only 4 moves. It's a combination of 4 different attacks, okay? And they're all different styles of attack as well, okay? It's just to help you get adapted to different ideas and also be able to mix them together, okay? All right, so it's gonna look something like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're gonna finish here, okay? Like I said, it's only 4 moves, but there's a lot packed into it, okay? Let me walk you through what I'm doing, okay? Let's see. This is gonna sound weird, but can I have all of you on this side instead? The reason why is I'm streaming the lesson, and so I needed to be able to see me properly. So, okay. All right. So let me walk you through what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm starting in a scabbard guard. Okay. The first attack is an upward strike. Okay. So it's an uppercut. Okay. But we're not going to do it like that. Okay. We're going to do it in a way that is safe but still fast. So I'm going to be advancing, and I'm doing an uppercut into mask guard like this. Then I'm going to transition it into an upwing guard here. Can you wait? Okay. All right. From here, I'm going to be doing a lateral cut with a lunge, and I'm going to withdraw into a spear guard. Okay. From here, this sets up very nicely into a hook. Okay. I'm going to do a rock step with a side hook like so. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to recover and bring it into my Makashi guard, and from here, I will finish with a straight cut lunge like so. And then as I recover, I'm going to bring it back into scabbard guard, which will start me back where I began. Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay. So on that initial uppercut.
Yes.
What is our intended target?
Usually the hand.
So not head, where I'm aiming.
Yeah, I would say center of mass is usually the most appropriate place to okay.
I was only asking because the weapon was like this.
Yeah.
Angled down.
Yeah, I see.
When you move the mask,
I see. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, the point is that I'm not cranking it, so I'm not doing like that, you know? Okay.
No,
right? Yeah.
That's why I'm asking what length intended.
Okay. Okay. Good question. Okay. So let's break down a couple concepts first. Okay. First of all, guards. Okay. So we already know Makashi guard, right? So how are we doing? Can someone show me a sash guard? One of you? Not quite there yet. Okay. So remember, a Makashi guard is kind of in the center, right? And then a sash guard, you just take it and you lean it towards one side like that, right? This is sash guard. Sash guard.
That was Makashi sash guard.
Yeah, Makashi sash guard. Yeah. Okay. All right. So those are some of our basic guards. Okay, but we have some other ideas that we can use as well. Okay. We can also use some of the rear guards. Okay. So these are rear guards where the tip is to our rear. Okay. All right. These are really good for starting an attack. Okay. What we don't want to do is finish an attack in this position. Okay. So for example, if I were to do an uppercut, okay, I did it like this from scabbard guard here all the way to cape guard here. That would pack a lot of force. It's just unnecessary, okay, and I would card you for that, right? So part of what we're doing here is learning how to be effective, but also fence in a safe way, okay? So instead of doing this, where we go from scabbard into cape, okay, what we do instead is we extend from scabbard and we pull into mask. This is mask guard, okay? Mask guard is just a cape guard flipped around. This is cape, this is mask, okay? All right? Same thing here. We're going to use a scabbard guard here to start, but when we finish one of our attacks, we're going to finish in spear when I turn our blade around, okay? All right, so let me explain what I mean. Start in scabbard, we finish in mask. So we're going to advance, cut, and finish here, okay? So it should look like this, like that, right? Okay? And as John was asking, this kind of generally goes for the glove, and you come right back, okay? All right? Just everyone go ahead and do a few of those for me. What's up, dude? Just hang out today? Thanks for coming by. All right? Everyone got that okay? Yeah? Yeah, and go ahead and spread out a little bit. Make sure you have plenty of space. Go ahead and spread out a little bit. Okay? All right. Go ahead and do a few of those for me. Okay, pull it close to your face, right? Mask guard. There you go. Good. Okay. Okay. And pull that close to you. There you go. Good. Okay. Okay. All right. Pause for a second. So part of the design of the guards, okay, is to make it very crystal clear for your ref. Okay. If you strike and you leave your blade up in the front here, it starts to get jumbled. Okay. The ref starts getting confused. Okay. By the ref, I mean me. Okay. I start getting confused. Okay. So a good way to fence is strike and pull away. Okay. It's very clean and very clear. You get that one pop, no other sounds. Okay. It helps the refs a lot. Okay. So this helps. Also, it's safe, right? Okay. So that looks pretty good so far. Okay. Okay. Let's everyone go ahead and start in scabbard. Okay. And I'd like you to please advance, cut upwards, recover to mask. Okay. Good. All right. Now we're going to go into a upwing. Okay. This is wing. This is upwing. Okay. So these are two different guards. Okay. The only difference is that the orientation of the wrist. Okay. So this is wing with the thumb down. Okay. If I turn over, now I'm in upwing. Okay. All right. So we went from mask into upwing like so. Okay. From here, we're going to be delivering a lateral sweep. Okay. From here, we're going to go from upwing into spear. Okay. So it looks like this: lunge into spear. Okay. This is opposed to lunging from upwing into scabbard. Okay. That is forceful. You can hear it, right? Okay. So in this case, cut and withdraw right here to spear. Okay. Nice. Good. Okay. So everyone go ahead and go into upwing and give yourself a lunge and withdraw to spear. Go ahead and do a few of those for yourself. Okay. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. Leo looks good. Okay. Maddie looks pretty good. Okay. Only thing we want to work on is just work on our timing a little bit, right? We just want to make sure we know how to be fast, but also finish safely as well. Okay. But pretty good start so far. Okay. Okay. Yes.
But for anybody, when you're doing the withdrawal, think about where the target you're actually trying to hit. Right? So if we're doing flank, you're going to withdraw right on the outer edges. Not going through, stopping.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Otherwise, just kind of shoot for a center mass, basically. Just think of a target circle in front of you. That's about good enough. Okay. But yes, that's also correct. Okay. So we should be in spear now. Okay. All right. All right. So you'll note this sets up perfectly into a side hook, right? Okay. So from here, we're going to do a rock step. Okay. And you're going to do a side hook. Okay. Hopefully everyone remembers how to do that. Yeah. Okay. Now hold your side hook for me. Let me check. That looks good. Okay. That looks good. Okay. If I checked you, you can relax. Okay. That looks good. That looks good. John, you could probably extend it a little bit for purposes. Yeah. Okay. And then, yeah. Okay. And then you should be over here. Side hook. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. All right. Very nice. Let's do that one more time. Okay. Let's start in our upwing. Start in upwing. Okay. Good. Let's deliver our lateral sweep. Good. And then go ahead and deliver your side hook with your rock step and recover. Okay. When you recover, go into Mukashi. All right. Good. Okay. And this is our final move. Okay. Unlike the other movements, okay, you have two sweeps, one hook, and now you have one straight cut. So lunge and percuss. Okay. And then you're going to come back into a scabbard guard to start go back to where you started. Okay. Okay. Let's walk through it again, and then see if we remember it. Okay. And then we'll let you go try it out. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. We're going to start in scabbard here. Okay. Here we go. Let's advance and uppercut. You should be in mask. Good. Okay. All right. Bring it down into upwing. Okay. Let's lunge and sweep across. Finish in spear. Nice. Here we go. Rock step with a side hook. Recover to Mukashi. And straight cut lunge. Recover to scabbard. Okay. Let's do it one more time. I'll just call the numbers. Okay. All right. Here we go, team. Ready? And 1. Okay. And reset here. And 2. Nice. And 3. Nice. Oh, I missed this one. And 4. And back into scabbard. Okay. Okay. So relax for a second. Okay. So there are front guards, there are rear guards, there are sweeps, and there are percussives, and there are hooks. So you have 3 different types of attacks. You have 3 different types of guards. Okay. You have a rear guard, you have a tucked guard, and you have a we'll call it elementary guard. Okay. All right. So you have basically 3 of everything almost. Okay. So you're mixing a bunch of different things together. Okay. These are all different concepts, and that's why it's called a mix march. Okay. So go ahead and Does anyone have questions before I let you practice for a bit? We okay? We okay? Yeah? Okay. Okay, all right. Go ahead and practice on your own for a bit, okay? And let me know if you have any questions, okay? And then if you work with each other, feel free to work with each other and help each other out, okay? Feel free to find some space for yourself, okay? Nice. Pretty good. All right, so you're going to do an uppercut first, okay? You're going to go lateral, okay? Then you're going to hook with a rock step. You start in the Mikashi, and then you're going to do a straight cut, okay? All right. Try it again. It's an advance. The first move is an advance, okay? So you have 3 different types of footwork in this one, okay? You have a lunge, you have an advance, you have a rock step, okay? The first one's an advance, okay? Advance, okay? Then go to upwing, okay? And we're gonna lunge and sweep across. Good. Then we're gonna rock step with our side hook. Okay. Hold still, hold still. Okay. Yeah, there you go, like that, right here, okay? Kind of aim for right here where the glove's gonna be, okay? All right, okay. Okay, then you can recover to Mikashi, and then finish with your straight cut. Yeah. Okay. You have a little bit of wind up on your straight cut, okay? So you look a little bit like this, okay? Right, so on guard, please. Okay. So imagine you're gonna go for like the top of the head, right? Okay, hold on to the weapon, okay? So just imagine you're fishing, okay? This is your rod. You get a fish yanks your hand, yanks you, right? Okay. See, okay. See how your hand moves, right? You don't pull it back at all, right? Obviously, a fishing line, only you can pull it back, right? A fish can't pull your hand back, right? So it should look like this, okay? Right? So you're doing this before you come in, okay? Right? So try to think of it as yes, exactly. Try to think of it as a fish has pulled on your line, okay? Yeah. How you doing, Nate? Yeah. That was a little online here. Would have moved it a little bit more on the side here. Yeah, and you're rainbowing, by the way, your side hook, okay? So you're doing like that. You're drawing a circle, right? Make sure you don't draw a circle, right? So you should be here in spear, right? Right? So you should be able to draw like this, kind of this curve, yeah. You should be able to draw this curve. Yeah, you should be yes, a horizontal curve, yeah. You should be able to doing a horizontal curve. Okay, you're not extending, okay, on your lateral cut, right? So you're here, right? Okay, you're going like this, okay? You got to make sure you get an extension. So extend, right, and then withdraw, okay? Okay, everyone pause for a second. So 2 little bits of feedback. Everyone come in, come in. Okay, so remember, we're trying to have you fence in a way that is safe but also effective, okay? If you're not effective using these methods, then we're not doing our job, right? We don't want you to go out there, fence safely, and be like, man, I suck. This is making it terrible for me, right? That's not what we were here for, okay? We want you to be effective, and we want you to be successful and also safe, okay? So I saw this here, okay? I went an upwing. Can anyone tell me what I'm doing wrong? That's not Nate. What am I doing wrong? Before John says, anyone? Leo? What am I doing wrong here? What was that? Okay. What am I doing wrong? What? I can't hear you. I'm sorry. I'm not hitting the target. Why am I not hitting the target? Not going far enough. Not extending, right? Yeah, okay. So, again, we want you to be successful, right? So you have to make sure for your upwing, extend, right? Then you withdraw, okay? So some of you are skipping the extension. You're going right into the spear guard, right? Okay? So make sure that you extend. Is that what you're going to say?
Actually, no.
Okay. What were you going to say?
I mean, that's right, but the thing I saw was the attack was actually going through the target before collapsing, before coming back. But yeah, the extension.
Okay, all right. I that's good feedback too, okay? All right. Okay. But also, there's nowhere for me to collapse from because I'm not even extended, period, right?
Sure.
Okay, but that's a good point as well, okay? All right, so try to keep that in mind, okay? Make sure you're getting that extension, okay? Think of it as extending and withdrawing, not as sweeping, not as slashing, okay? Think of it as extending and withdrawing, okay? And the other thing is your hooks, okay? All right, make sure that when you're delivering a hook, okay, you're not doing this round, tall circle thing, okay? That's slow, okay? If you're in this position here, you should be able to deliver a flat motion to that position, okay? Right? Remember, we call this a rainbow hook if you go like that, right? Okay, a rainbow hook, right? You don't want a rainbow hook, right? You should be hitting the side of the target, not the top. If you go like that, you'll hit the top of the target, right? You have this long path to get there, right? So if you want to hit the side of the target, that's a lot faster, okay? So you should be here in spear. You should be able to deliver a very fast horizontal side hook, okay? So try to keep those in mind. Make sure that you're successful for that, okay? Okay, how are we doing? Okay, all right. So I'm going to borrow something that we did earlier today at the kids' class, okay? We're all going to perform from each other and give each other stars, okay? All right. All right, who would like to go first? John would like to go first, or would like to go second? Okay, since he held up 2 fingers. Okay, John will go first, okay? All right, I'm going to get my glasses. All right, team, we're gonna watch John. All right, John, you get 1 try. Everyone will get 2 tries. Okay, so everyone will do 1 try first. Okay. All right. I think it might be easier if you face this way.
That way?
Yeah, to see from the side. I think.
That way, or maybe angled?
Or angled. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just going through my hands.
All right, I'm gonna put myself where I can see you. All right, let's do it. All right. All right. Good job. All right. Did we see any things that could be improved, do we think? Leo? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're stuck now. You're stuck now.
So when you went upwards, think over your mat.
I wasn't doing it
There was something a little awkward about that motion, but yeah. I can't. It's a little hard to articulate, but I'll come back to it. Anyone else? Any other feedback? Howdy. How's it going? Okay, so one thing I did notice is that John's hook was very withdrawn, okay? So it was really, really deep in here with the arm bent like that, okay? So remember when you do a hook, now, like I said in the past, you may require a position where you do it all the way back here. Possible, okay? But in general, you want to practice extending the arm, okay? Because you will lose reach whenever you do a hook, right? So you want to stick this out as much as you can. As just neutral general practice, okay? So that's just one thing to keep in mind, okay? Make sense? Yeah? All right, cool. Thank you, John. All right, who would like to go next? Okay, I guess so.
Well, he's doing this.
Okay.
Volunteer.
Go to that, right?
At this point, maybe we'll just go once, but let's see. Let's see how we're doing. Okay, why don't you face this way for us so we can see from the side? I find that's generally helpful. All right, go ahead. All right, what do we think? Yes, sir.
The first one, when you step, you did this. What you did is you went back to the block. You were supposed to go to the action. That's what you thought I was trying to do this.
Yeah.
What you're doing is you're supposed to drop to this bar, and then you drop down.
Yeah. Okay, so let's clarify something, okay? Can you recover from the uppercut into a block? Sure, okay? I could go Bang, right? I could go uppercut into shield 5, sure, okay, right? But as prescribed, we're collapsing into a guard, okay, which is this, okay? A guard is just a static position of the blade. It is not a block in itself, okay? Okay, all right, so we're doing a guard, okay? A guard is just like your stance, okay? A stance is just your standard position from which you will do different things, right? Okay, and your stance will change what you can do, right? A guard is the same thing. It just is a basic position from which you will do different things, and certain things will make more sense than others, okay? All right, so it is not a block in itself, okay? But you can deliver blocks from it, or you can deliver attacks from it, right? Certain things will make more sense than others, okay? Yeah, okay? Otherwise, I thought that was pretty good, but I think that was well spotted. Did anyone remember anything else from that one? Yeah? Okay, all right, let's move on. All right, Maddie, would you like to go next? Can you light it up? Is it still? All right, cool.
Okay, take a moment.
Okay, all right, pretty good. Any feedback? Leo always looks like he wants to say something. He's always. Jerlene, any feedback? I think so. Okay. Okay. All right. So one thing I'll say, your side hook was. I really liked your side hook. I thought that looked really good. Okay. I thought you had a similar issue as with Leo. So your tucked guards are very forward. Okay. All right. So when you did this, you kind of finished pretty forward in front of you, right? Whereas this is a proper position here. Okay. All right. Remember, we're trying to, okay, you're trying to keep your hands safe by keeping them back. Okay, but you're also trying to cut and be very clear with what you're doing. Okay. Yep.
So the guard that we're going to on that first one,
Mm-hmm.
is it supposed to be like this, or is it supposed to be like this? Initially, when we were teaching it,
It's.
the mask guard was more like this.
I see.
Out.
It's really the same thing. I would just call this a very deep mask, and this is a shallow one. Okay, it's more or less the same thing.
Well, like I don't have it cross my body at all. Where you like length here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the difference is subtle. It's not super important. Okay, all right. And then okay, give me 1 second. Okay, and then your other one, you went like you went this, and then you didn't withdraw it very much. Okay, all right. So again, since the tip is forward, you want to make sure that you're not going to get it caught on someone. So pull it back. Okay, all right. Yes, Nate.
My feedback is that the movements kind of look robotic. Try to make them more natural and keep flowing more. Like instead of your initial cut was like that, and then try to make it one fluid motion.
Okay, that's fair. But also fair is almost everyone looks fairly robotic since it's your first day with it. So, okay, okay. But just so everyone feels okay, you know. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, mine felt
All right. All right.
very.
All right. Let's finish up. Okay. Did we do Nate yet?
No,
Okay. Let's go ahead and do Nate.
go, Nate, go.
You're next, Jolene.
Really.
You two can fight for it. Okay. All right. Nate will go, and then Jerlene, and then that'll be the lesson for today. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you, Nate. Is that actual feedback? Okay. Okay. Now I gotta hear it.
It's actually both of you on both. You said we have to finish after the stuff here, right?
For this one, yeah. Yeah. Not the most important for purposes of our learning, but that's true. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Where I look robotic.
So when you came in and you did this clap was right, then you reset here, and then you went like this. So from this directly to upwing, right? And then the other one was when you went and you did this, you came all the way through before the clap. Like you went past
See, I actually didn't think he extended, actually. So I think that's why.
Okay.
It's the same thing we talked about before. Yeah, it's the same issue. But I just think the reasoning is okay. Okay.
Different angle.
Okay. Okay. All right. So it's the same issue as before, right? Okay. And it was smooth. It was smooth. Okay. But I just don't think you got all the way up forward. You know? Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Jerlene?
There you go.
I'll go last, I guess, if that makes you feel better. Because I may not even be doing it right. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Okay. Feedback?
I did see a little bit of rainbow when you were it like kind of like that instead of.
I missed that one. I missed that.
Not by much.
It wasn't a lot, but then it was there.
Okay. Okay.
Otherwise, yeah, good.
Yeah. Otherwise, pretty good. I thought the footwork. Sometimes your feet were not straight on a few of those. Okay. I think that was, and I think as lunges go, it just. I know you're capable of more. I think that's kind of it. Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. Thank you, Jerlene. All right. I'll just do our last one, and then you can tell me if I'm doing anything wrong, which is possible. Okay. Okay. Here I go. Let's see. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. How did I do, John?
I have no note.
No notes. Okay. Yes, Nate. Is
Just on the second one, it looked like you weren't extending as far as you could have.
that right? Okay.
Kind of in general, but specifically on the second.
Okay. All right.
But
So
otherwise you did good.
so on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I see what you mean. Even when you did it right there,
Mhm.
your arm was a little bit.
Mhm. Okay. I would say.
But not by much.
Otherwise, it was very
Yeah.
good.
So okay. Cool. All right. Appreciate it. Okay. Any questions on this? Okay. So closing notes on this action. Okay. So you learned a bunch of stuff mashed together. Okay. That was intentional. Okay. So when you're fencing for the rest of tonight, okay, try to think about some of these movements. Okay, and think about how you can chain things together. Okay, and then make yourselves less robotic so that Nate will be happy. Okay. All right. And then and you can totally take this home and work on it. Yeah. Cool. Final note. Okay. If you want to, you can flip this on the other side. Okay. So we started in scabbard. If you want, you can start it here in upwing instead. You go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So on the other side now. Okay. So now you have pronate side hook. Okay. You have an uppercut from this side. Okay. Come in from that side, and a pronate hook on this side. Okay. All right. Cool. I'll leave it to you to figure it out. All righty. Okay. Cool. All right. You're in open floor. Nice. My timing is perfect. All right. You're in open floor. Get some matches in. I suggest you match together. Do at least 10 points together. Okay. And then find a new partner or break or start again. Okay. That way you have a natural ending point. And if you want refs, just grab somebody. Yeah. Cool. Or if you want to practice what you're doing, that is okay too.